Shalom, Barak to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rekakadash. All praises and glories definitely do, especially in the times we are living in. All right, much respect to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and to all the brothers out there doing the work. I say Shalom. All right. My title is going to be When These Things Come to Pass. All right. As a matter of fact, what things? These sort of things. Let's play a clip of this video here, and then we're going to get into the scriptures.
I have some more pictures that I want to share of the ships.
These are the chariots of Yahweh, and those are the angels. All right? Let's continue. All right, let's jump to some scripture. All right, give me a minute. All right, this is Luke 21 and 28. When these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh, which means near. Well, for those of you who don't know, those were taken with her camera, her cell phone, all right? Just, I believe, yesterday, all right? So she does this all the time. Her name is Gina Marie Colvin. You can go to her page, all right? She's on YouTube, and she's also on Facebook. And she gets harassed a lot and has a lot of her stuff taken down, just like the rest of us brothers. Anyway, what's the point of all this? I'm not sure if any of y'all are familiar with this article. I have already posted it, all right? Did a video on it, right here. Anonymous U.S. positioning naval vessels off East and West Coast. Massive troop movements, all right? Why? Because, what does it say here? All right? Today, Tuesday, U.S. Navy is positioning aircraft carriers and their strike groups off both the U.S. East and West Coast. It appears they are preparing to defend themselves or ourselves from an invasion. Now, it wrote there China, but the reality is, what are we looking at, right? What are we looking at? Here, okay, what are we looking at here? I think you people get the point. Let's get back to the scriptures. All right. Let's jump to the scriptures. Give me a minute. Let's go to Isaiah 66. All right. 66, 15, and 16. What does it say here? It says, for behold, the Lord, and you see it in all caps, Yahweh, will come with fire and with his chariots. That's what you're looking at. The chariots of Yahweh, and the angels are in there. All right? So he will come with fire, with the chariots like a whirlwind. Let's jump to a precept. Psalm 68, 17. The chariots of the God power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are 20,000, even thousands of angels, and the Lord is among them. You see that? We jump back, right, to Isaiah 66 and 15. All right? You people understand that? All right, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. All right, that they're not telling the people. All right, to render his anger with fury. You see that? Not hugs and kisses, all right, or flowers and candy, all right? But to render his anger with fury and rebuke with flames of fire, okay? That time has come. For by fire and by his sword, and a part of his sword are what? The angels, the chariot, and the chariots have that concentrated laser fire. And by the way, that means that the ICBM missiles are not far behind. All right, because the Lord will the other nations with ICBM capability to send ICBMs onto America, Babylon the Great. All right, if you people don't know that, that is scriptural. That is biblical prophecy. All right, again, so by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead, which means bring judgment. That's what plead means, to bring judgment to all flesh. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many. All right? Let's jump to Revelations 17:14. And these shall make war with the Lamb, Yahushai, the Mashiach. All right? Who? Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the white man. All right? And his military. All right? All part of the dragon, Edomite beast system. All right? And the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and the King of kings. And they that are with him are called the chosen and faithful. All right? Which would be the elect of Israelites, of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, moving on. Daniel 12:1. And at that time, we're in that time, as you obviously can see, all right, from the video, from the article. And at that time, Michael, the archangel, shall stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, all right? Talking about Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. For it shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. You see that? His elect shall be delivered, all right? And everyone that shall be found written in the book. What book? The book of life, okay? So, shall be delivered. Let's jump to Matthew's 24. We'll start at the 29th verse. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds. The clouds are a metaphor for the chariots. All right? They are a metaphor for the chariots. Let's prove that. Give me a minute. Let's jump to Psalms 104, 103, and we'll come right back. All right? Psalms 104:3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot? You see that? Do you understand now? It's a metaphor for the chariots, the word cloud. Who walketh upon wings of the wings, who maketh his angel spirits his ministers of flaming fire. All right, there you go. Let's get back to it. All right, Matthews 24. All right. So, when they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, which is a metaphor for the chariots, right, of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angel with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven unto the other. The four winds meaning north, south, east, west. All right? From one end of heaven unto the other. All right? Let's jump to, and we'll get back to that. As a matter of fact, no, you know what? Let's finish it while we're at it here. All right? Let's finish this. All right? Let's jump to Revelations. Let's jump to Revelations 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, right? To come up onto the chariot. And they ascended up into the heavens in a cloud, right? A chariot, all right? And their enemies beheld them. Esau, Edom, plus the other 16 heathen nations. And they beheld the elect being beamed up, all right? And it's our spirits that go up, not these bodies, because they're corrupt. All right, let's jump. Let's further prove that. Let's jump to Isaiah. Isaiah 26 and 20. All right. Come, my people, enter into thy chambers, the chambers of the chariots, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation, which means the righteous anger of the Lord, be overpassed. All right, get back to over there, Revelations 11. All right, verse 13. And that same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city, all right, talking about America, Babylon, the great fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. All right? The remnant of what? Of the Israelites, of the elect. All right? That 1/3, which starts with 144,000. Okay? All right. Let's jump to Revelations. Let's jump to Revelations. You know what? Revelations 12, 7 to 9. You know what? We're going to end this here and come right back with part 2. So I'm going to say Shalom. We'll be right back with part 2. And the title is When These Things Come to Pass. All right? So we'll be right back. Shalom.